Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for Time Together with Upcycling. Today is Motivation Monday, and we're basically showing you our motivation. What I mean by that is what motivates us to broadcast every evening is being able to do crafts. There was a long time ago, started maybe about 2 years ago, where I wasn't able to get out and do much of any arts and crafts because of many reasons. So, something that I found was that, I'm already throwing things out all of the time. So, I also know how to do arts and crafts. One of my favorite things to do is weaving. So you'll find me learning how to do weaving projects all of the time. Here is a weaving craft that I learned how to do for myself. And this was over this last week, like last Friday. I picked up a video and figured out how to do this. And this is just the first of many projects. So this is where it's just braiding. There's absolutely nothing else going on here. There's no glue, there's no um just all braiding. I love it. And you can make it as thick or as thin as you want it. So now so these paper strips are maybe about an inch. And then, when you put them together, they kind of bunch up and then they become thinner. So here I'm using whole bags. And so this is my large size braiding project. This is a little bit of a different braid. This braid actually winds around. It kind of like goes into like a big circle and just going to keep on winding and winding and winding. So as you can see here, it is plastic, a whole plastic bag. I kid you not, a whole plastic bag. And what I did here is I cut off the top and the bottom of the plastic bags. And so that leaves me with handles. All right. So a couple of things that I like to go over is, again, thank you so much for joining Upcycling. It sounds like upcycling without the NG. Tools that we're going to be using today are not that crochet hook. I have to fix that again, but I'll do that tomorrow. We have, please subscribe if you are on YouTube. Find that subscribe button under the video and hit subscribe, please and thank you. I do want to ask you to please leave some comments. Possibly what projects would you like to see in the future? What projects have been your favorite? We have at this point in time over 40 videos, over 400 minutes, and I have not counted the projects. So over 40 videos, probably we're talking about four or five different projects because it's about like 5 videos per project. It's a 10-minute video. I can't do too much in 10 minutes. So every single week I bring you into my studio and I show you what I'm doing. There was a point in time when I had been thinking about bringing upcycling out, and I was stopping myself from doing any arts and crafts. So until I started doing this. So that is my motivation. My motivation is to be able to do my arts and crafts, and I don't get to do them unless I am filming them at least for 10 minutes every night. So a couple of things that I'd like to show you tonight is my baskets, and then we will line a basket. I'll show you a basket that I've already lined, and the baskets, no, these baskets are the ones that I want to line this evening. I might change my mind about one of them. One of them is my granny. I'll have to see. I think this will come out. This will come out. This will come in. All right. We'll see. We can always change the liner if we want to later. I can change my mind about which ones I line as well. What I'm doing is I'm actually trying to feel, yeah, they're ready. They're pretty ready. Yeah, this one may not be ready. This one's not ready. These two are ready. So if you see these baskets are pretty non-malleable, I'm trying to press on them. They're not moving. The handles, I could move them, but they're not that malleable. They're not that movable. I mean, I could move it even further. I would be cracking the Mod Podge that I have in there. I think I just heard a little bit of it crack. And these baskets are basically made from glue, which I use the straws to get them all, to stay. And strips of paper that I roll into straws. And then the straws fit into each other. And then you just keep on feeding it into your weave. If you know how to weave, you know what I mean. All right, these bigger ones, sometimes you just really can't really do too much with them. You could put them into a weave if you wanted to, but if you don't want to, what you could do is you could turn them into a flower with origami. And we will do that one of these evenings. All right, so this evening, we're going to take it easy. We're going to take a look and see what we want to line. And I've already picked out a couple of these too. Earlier today, I lined this basket. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to just have it even on each side. And I like to put glue at the bottom because it makes it stay nicely. I won't have to worry about the bag shifting later. Because if you saw on Friday I show you how to put on the ribbon to make the bag look like this. This is my finished project. So there's a bow. I really like having the opposing color on the basket. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of music on. We're just going to do one basket. That's all we have time for. I made sure that it's even. And there we go. Pull it out just a little bit more on this side. It's going to work perfectly. All right. So what I do, pull this up, add my glue to the bottom. If it comes loose later, it's okay. Again, it's just really just to get my bag to stay while I'm putting the bow on it. And that's it. And then basically what I did right now was I just added a little bit of glue to the basket. And why did I choose this basket? I chose this basket because it had blues in it, and I thought it would go well with the liner. Is it perfect? No. I'm going to try not to OCD this. My only problem is that it currently has a little bit of, like what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to line the basket to be like a protection from the moist soil. But when you see the bottoms of them later, you're going to see that I'm poking a lot of holes in them. Anyways, because I want to get a lot of air in them, like, for them to have a lot of air flow. So we'll see how this one turns out. It'll be dried by tomorrow. Make sure I press it down into the glue. Looks like it's actually gripping on pretty nicely. And so this is a dried version of it. You can see it still hasn't been cut on the sides on the bottom of it. It still doesn't have the pretty ribbon added to it. This one does. And did I show you earlier? I even labeled it. I know, right? Hokey, but it's what I got right now. So this was a basket brought to you by Upcycling. I hope you have a wonderful evening.